times. It's really intense times. We're going to get into it. We are on the eve of our new moon in Taurus. Let me just get this little bit of Palo Santo lit here and we can get into it. So I'd just like to ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, here to support our greatest and highest manifestation in this lifetime via the pathway of a calm central nervous system, whose nervous system is calm. Okay, so we're going to put those up here. And let's just get into the astrology of the time for a bit. So we have our new moon in Taurus at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 4/27. So it's 4/26. So we're about, where are we? Hey, welcome, Dawn. I'm glad you made it. I made it after watching those Leafs lose. Anyways, enough about hockey. So we are about we're not far away. The new moon in Taurus is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow afternoon. And this new moon is really encouraging us to get grounded, and it's supporting forward movement. So there is some momentum now. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. What do we have? We have this new moon is, and with all the planetary aspects, this new moon is a really great time for grassroots movement, grassroots revelations, and they really support the collective evolution. So, if there's something that you're passionate about, get busy co-creating, get busy being a voice of reason in a world that seems to have lost all ability to reason. The astrological aspects are also supporting us in manifesting our greatest and highest spiritual potential at this time and for this lifetime. So as many of you know, Taurus is a fixed earth sign that is Venus ruled, the same as Libra. And so the seeds that we have planted and have cared for previously are beginning to sprout to life now during Taurus season. And this would also be a good time. This feels like a very powerful new moon for intention setting. So this would be a good time to set some intentions and perhaps plant some new seeds that you would like to see manifest and come to fruition. Fixed earth, Venus ruled Taurus, it's about beauty and the joy, finding the joy in our inner calling. Deep trust in self and source and our inner knowing. So, I can't express how important it is for us at this time to really show up for ourselves in a protective way. Because there's so much, honestly, there's so much external insanity. I made a really, non-confrontational comment on a post today. And, I can't wait until this Canadian election's over. I can't wait until the average Joe and Jane figure out that, the government works for you and not the other way around. So people can get back to actually standing up for themselves and being neighborly again and kind again. Anyways, I just made a really, random comment. And of course, I was attacked. I was asked when the last time I read a book was. I was called a health nut. I was called a health nut who's a science denier. I mean, I don't know where these people come up with their shit, but I'm really over it. I'm sick and tired of it. And so I just stopped engaging. I didn't engage. And that's really all we can do, because the energy out there, we're not going to convince anyone of anything, nor is it our job, our role, or our responsibility to convince anyone of about anything, you know? So Taurus season wants us to know that you being you is good for this world. You being you is good for the planet, and you being you is a gift. It's the gift of life. It is a gift to life. It is a gift to the collective of humanity. So thank you for showing up and being you. Today or yesterday, I can't exactly recall. I think it was today. We had the Sun square Pluto, which is very rebellious. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. And we have Mars opposite Pluto. Venus is conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And this is really, we're all being asked to show up for ourselves in ways that bring ourselves comfort, in ways that help us to feel grounded. Like, honestly, I can't stress it enough. In the last 48 hours, I would say, there has been such an uneasy energy about. Like, if you, my son, basically at 2:30 in the morning last night, he's like, Mom, what's up? Because I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I was so exhausted. I was literally exhausted. I went to bed, couldn't sleep. I started having severe anxiety. And so I got up. I walked around. I opened the window. I tried to cool down, did some deep breathing. I got my singing bowl out. I was walking around the apartment with the singing bowl. And then I felt settled. So I went back to bed. Right. Same here, Dawn. Same here. This is going to be short and sweet tonight. We're going to get to the point, and then we're going to go to bed. So then I went back to bed, but I was still, as soon as I got into the bed, excuse me, I was feeling again like this anxiety, like this anxiousness, very, very unsettled. And so I got up again, and I went and I got my grandmother smudge mixture that was gifted to me. It's very special. I feel like I should light some now. Got up, put some in the shell, and started walking around the apartment, smudging the place, because I got my hair cut yesterday. Yeah, anyways, it'll grow back. So there was a lot of people up in my energy yesterday. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I've picked up someone else's energy. Like, I don't often feel like this. And I'm feeling I was very uncomfortable for literally, it went on for 2.5. I went to bed at 11. I was up smudging at 2:30, the apartment. And then I guess I went back to bed. I fell asleep, absolutely exhausted. So it's so important that we trust trust our inner to support ourselves in, breathing through the discomfort, feeling through the discomfort and the anxiety and all that other good stuff. With Mars opposite Pluto, we could run into energy because okay, so Pluto entered Scorpio. No. So, okay, so we have the Sun square Pluto, which is creating this rebellious energy. We have Venus conjunct the North Node in Pisces, which wants us to feel all the comforts and the, the snuggly and cuddly and comfort things of life. It's quite a time. We're confused, obviously. We've got Mars opposite Pluto, and then we have the sun opposite Black Moon Lilith. So Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio. And if you remember, we have Pluto up there squaring off with the sun. And so now we have the sun opposite Black Moon Lilith. And the Black Moon Black Moon Lilith has been in the sign of Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio, has been in the sign of Scorpio since March the 27th. Black Moon Lilith will stay in the sign of Scorpio until December 20th. So this feels, it's kind of like a gestation period, right? The time a child would be in the womb of the mother. Black Moon Lilith is destructive. She is the divine feminine, yet she is the divine feminine, and she's really, really well versed with the shadow. She wants to bring stuff up to be cleared. There's a vibe about Black Moon Lilith that feels very Kali like the destructor, destroying illusions, if you will. And Black Moon Lilith really represents, it's 11:11 there, destructive anger, right? So we want to be sure that we are in charge of our own reactions, responses, and the energetic that we bring to the daily life, because we're not the only ones feeling this. Everybody's feeling this, whether they're spiritually aware or not, they're feeling it. So it's really important for us that are aware, that are awake, that are also feeling it, to stand in our power, to hold our sacred ground. Black Moon is the embodiment of the divine. We have the new moon in Taurus tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at 7 degrees of Taurus. While all of this is going down, we have a grand cross in the sky. And the grand cross in the sky is what is making things intense for us here on the planet, because we're being encouraged to change. We're being encouraged to grow. We're being encouraged to move. And all of those things are really uncomfortable for us, right? Change, we know it's optional. And yet, if we want a better life, it's really something that should be mandatory. Growth is also optional. We can choose to grow or stay the same. It doesn't really matter. Yet growth and change is why we came. So this grand cross in the sky is it's aligning us. I said grand cross in the sky aligns to support the sacred divine. Breathe, hold space for yourself to heal. So it's interesting, right? And even with the anxiety or the panic or whatever it was that was going on with me last night. And I don't, sometimes it's not me necessarily, it's the collective energy. So I really do feel like it's a lot of the collective energy that has us feeling exhausted, that has us feeling short. Plus, we've had a lot of solar flares off of the sun. And these geomagnetic storms, these solar storms, do impact the earth, regardless of how much crap they spray on us on a daily basis. We're still feeling the effects of naturally occurring things within this system that we live. These oppositions, so we have our Mars opposite Pluto, the sun opposite Black Moon Lilith, creating this grand cross. And the oppositions may have us or others projecting our stuff on other people. When you hear of like projectile vomit, it's the stuff that kind of flies across the room. this may be happening now. People could be projecting on us, and perhaps we're projecting on other people. So this is something to be aware, because we're not projecting with these oppositions in the sky. It's not the good stuff that we're projecting. It's the shadow with Black Moon Lilith up there. It's the shadow. So be aware. Just be aware. Collectively, we're at a failure point on this planet. Sorry to be the one to tell you. Yet, we have to do what we're here to do. And we're at a failure point on the planet because the collective ego is out of control, out of control, out of control. And the failure is really of the institutions and organizations that were put in place, that were created to protect us. These organizations and institutions were created by the people for the people. And what has happened is these organizations that the people created have now been inverted, and they prey upon the people who created these systems. So you and I, government was created to keep us safe initially, to make sure the country's borders were protected, all of these things that governments are responsible for. And now the government wants to tell you how to raise your children, what kind of medicine you should take, when you should take it, blah, 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 blah. No is my answer to that. So that's what's failing right now. These institutions and organizations that were created to support the people have turned on the people. And now it's time for the people to flip the script and right the wrongs that have been done and the harm that we have personally and collectively allowed to trample on our divine rights. Our protection, our personal protection, is our conscience, our intuition and inner knowing, that gnawing on the inside that says, no, don't go that way, or no, don't go over there and get involved in that. This is our personal protection system. It's like our home alarm system. So trust it. Trust your inner knowing. If it doesn't feel right, chances are you shouldn't be doing it. And if it only feels right for a moment, and then it's going to have you feeling bad for moments and days and perhaps months after, perhaps you shouldn't be doing it. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. I'm just saying, if it doesn't feel good, if it's not inspirational, if it's not uplifting, if it doesn't have you feeling aligned with your higher self and your path of purpose in this lifetime, then perhaps it's not for you. And it's okay, because we change, right? We do change. People change. And so, not everything's meant to stay the same. Not all the people are meant to stay in our life. Not all kinds of things. We're all going through different things. Yet, when we show up for ourselves, that's what they're saying there. Okay. When we show up for ourselves, the universe, God, the angels, show up for us. I recorded some beautiful messages from the angels today. They will premiere on Monday. Beautiful, beautiful messages. A little bit chaotic at the end, yet I trust that it was exactly what was meant. Sorry, I'm just trying to find another deck of cards there. Where is that? Oh, there. I just touched it. Okay. So let's just pull some cards and tune into this. Everyone's exhausted. Everyone's feeling tired. Everyone needs a sleep. I'm so excited. I went and washed my comforter today. I changed my sheets. I can't wait to go and snuggle up with my pillows in bed. So, okay. So we're going to pull a couple cards from the Mists of Avalon, or the Wisdom of Avalon, and the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms oracles, to see what's coming up, because we have Black Moon Lilith, who is a big player in the energetics of this time. And sorry, I'm just going to throw that book down there. Black Moon Lilith is all about the shadow. So let's see what's hidden, and let's just ask what is what are the gifts for us that are hidden within the shadow at this time? The gifts for us that are hidden within the shadow, what we can't see at this moment in time. Oh, that one wants to come. Oh. One more. Okay. Wow. We're powerful. That's what I'm seeing. We're incredibly powerful. So the question was, what is the gift hidden for us? What is it that we can't see in the shadow? And we can't see our own deception. And I'm feeling guided to say that this is the deception, the ways in which we deceive ourselves, right? Because sometimes, like, yeah, I know. Oh, Dawn. Oh, I can't wait. You know, the only thing better than clean sheets are clean sheets that have been air dried outside on a laundry line, on a clothesline. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, good night. We're going. No, I'm joking. Um, okay, so we got the owl, wisdom. Again, this is divine feminine, and the owl is the my guide, the one that takes us into the shadow. I've shared that story here many, many times with most of you. If you haven't heard it yet, you can go back and listen to some other videos because it's there 100%. And this is number 13. Again, that divine feminine essence number. And, you know, as we uncover, so I'm really feeling like what is the gift within the shadow is we no longer deceive ourselves. We no longer reject or disown parts of ourselves that we're like, no, you know what, like that part of Lisa over there, she's not quite good enough. And so I'm just going to leave her down there, back there, and carry on. We can't carry on until we accept all aspects of ourselves. And the one story I will share here again, because it feels relevant with respect to Owl, is the first time that Owl flew in right into my third eye in meditation. It was alarming and startling. It was probably, we're 2025, so probably 12 or 13 years ago. And Owl at that time, instead of taking me to soar to great heights or go sit quietly in a tree or something, Owl flew me down this dark and scary stairwell into this dark landing space. And I could hear someone in this space crying, like whimpering. And I looked, and all that I was able to see was a cloaked figure in the corner, crying, this little body crying. And I went and reached out and touched the shoulder of this person, and they turned around and we made eye contact, and it was me. It was me. And it was aspects of myself that I had disowned long ago. And the immediate and instant reaction was to reach out and hug me. And that's exactly what I did. And so I feel like for some of you, there's a message here as well. I just thought I saw a little baby owl in there, but I didn't. So, and as we face what we may have been rejecting or deceiving or lying to ourselves about, right? Not quite telling the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, perhaps a little white lie, perhaps, the sins of omission, the things we don't talk about. So essentially, we're lying, right? Because we're not free to share. Those are the restrictions that are being cleared. And so if you're feeling restricted, if you're feeling blocked, if you don't feel like there's a way forward, call on Owl to guide you to the place inside that has blocked you. And then call on this big fella, the dragon, for your power and strength, because you're incredibly, like, we've got two incredibly powerful guides here. And interestingly enough, last year the year of the dragon, and we're now in the year of the snake. So we're shedding the skin. This is 24, which comes to a 6, which is the Lover's card in the major arcana. It's the Lover's card in the major arcana, and it's a decision. We have a decision to make. Which way are we going to go? Are we going to go the path of least resistance, or are we going to keep resisting? And are we going to keep rejecting parts of ourselves that just want our love, time, and attention, and that deserve our love, time, and attention? Our greatest gifts are found in the shadow. It's not the things that, that are easy to see and easy to spot. The treasures, oftentimes we have to dig for them, right? And we're the treasure map. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to just get 2 more. And with that 24 energy, it comes to that 6. 6 is also, remember, every time we see a 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, it's a reminder that we are here to flip the script. We are here for a sacred and holy purpose. In this, yes, perfect. This is so perfect. It's magnificent. Flip the script. We were born for this. I don't know. Well, now I think I'm like a DJ in the 80s, scratching. Anyways, I'm feeling squirrely, probably because I didn't sleep very well last night. I've been up since 8 this morning. Okay, so the first card out here from the Hidden Realms is the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. So we've got restriction, we've got deception, which leads to wisdom, and then we have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. And I really feel that this is, again, the question asked before we started pulling cards was, what are the gifts for us here at this time in the shadow that we're yet to be aware of? And I feel like a big part of the gift here is like a growing up a little bit, like we're growing up. We're not so reaction, we don't react. We're very observant of the way that we engage in the world, and we're very much aware that what we put out comes back. So we're very responsible energetically. And I really do feel like the message here is stop judging yourself. Those parts of yourself that you disowned, that you don't want to face, that you don't want to accept. Trust me, your gifts are there. And it is only via the pathway of acceptance and loving those parts of yourself that you have rejected, disowned, left behind, forgot even existed. Therein lies the gifts. You are beautiful. So beautiful. What do you see when you look in the mirror every day? That's the question. You don't have to answer me. It's just a question for you. What is it that you see when you look in the mirror every day? Do you love what you see? And if not, why? Because when you look in the mirror, you are looking at divinity wrapped in skin, living life as you, as the one here to flip the script. You walk with angels and the angels walk with you. This is a 44. It would come to an 8 if we reduce master numbers. So you have a double 8 because this was put right under the restriction card. So 8, 8, a fortunate turn of events as you face the deceptions, the lies you tell yourself, the things you keep from yourself or the things you hold back because you don't want others to know, whatever. We're silly. Humans are silly. HUE, mans are silly. 4 is my number for the angelic realms. So, as you do this healing work, as you venture deeper into your shadow, and you may not even have to, um, hey, Zach, hey, Zach's in the house. I'm gonna read that in a second, Zach. My menopause brain, if I get distracted, I may not get the thought back. Um, yeah, I may not get the thought back, and I still may not get the thought back. No, 4 is my number for the angelic realms. And so it feels really important to say to you that as you are, not necessarily as you're diving into the shadow, as Black Moon Lilith is bringing your shadow to the surface. And remember, Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio since March 27th until December 20th. It's like she's in there nurturing a baby, bringing it to life. And so don't be resistant. I only have one mirror in my house as well, and it's in the bathroom. That's it. So, yeah, don't, while Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio, and Scorpio's an interesting, deep, deep sign, very intuitive, incredibly psychic. And lots of deception on the inside of that energy. So I feel like the angels are encouraging you to call on your angels as you do this work. And it may just be really like a simple little easy layer to clear, or it may be much more intense. And for some of you, it does feel like it's going to be much more intense with the owl, the dragon here. The outcome is phenomenal. We have the Desert Prince here, number 19, survival, false promises. And again, this feels so 19 is the sun in this. Is it the sun? Yeah, 19 is the sun in the tarot in the major arcana, the happiest card in the deck. So as we clear the deception, it's our own deception. Let's face it, if anybody, one of the things I was attacked online today, just again about a basic silly little comment, and then I was told, basically I was asked when the last time I read a book was. I was called a conspiracy health nut, a science denier, and really all I was saying is why anyone would trust that the government has our best interests at heart, left, right, blue, red, anything, is beyond me. And that's when all the hate started to come my way, right? And that's what I find with a lot of adults. We can't have any interaction. I mean, these folks went low right away, asking me when the last time I read was. I think the first comment called me a conspiracy health nut, and then I was a science denier, and then I was questioned on my intelligence and when I last read. So I just disengaged because it's not worth my peace. It is not worth my peace. My peace is incredibly valuable, right? My well being is incredibly valuable. My health, your health is our wealth. Without our health, mind, body, spirit, emotional, mental, spiritual, we've got nothing. So it feels like as we clear these final deceptions, many of us break out of these survival modes, and the false promise of the outside institutions and organizations. And perhaps, it could have been our parents, a lover, a friend, a sister, a brother, whatever. Somebody lied to us. Someone didn't keep their word. You know what? Chances are, if we do that inner reflection and in a non-judgmental way, we'll find that we too at some point in time throughout our life didn't keep our word. We lied to people, right? They lied to us, we lied back. It's like this game we played here. Okay, I want to read Zach's comment. Zach, brother, welcome back. Zach, the simple fact that that is your wish, your mother already knows. Your mom knows everything that you wish that you had more time to tell her, or she already knows, and it's really important that um, Yeah, I know, I know. Apparently I'm dumb. I haven't read a book since what were those books in school? The Clifford books and stuff like that. And remember the readers, Mr. Muggs? I haven't read since then. It's amazing how I got like to this point. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, Zach, I really want to assure you though that Mr. Muggs, it your mom, like we all have our own soul contracts when we come here, right? We all have, and we're born into families that we have uh with the members of that family. We have karma to clear within that, bloodline and stuff like this. And all the people we meet along the way, friends, lovers, partners, all those people that we have relationships along the way, they're for purpose. And, most humans, and like you're saying, your beautiful mother included, deserve more. We deserve more. We deserve an absolute rock star, not rock star kind of a life, a heaven on earth kind of a life. Wishes come true, dreams come true. And the truth about all of that is that we are the ones that drive. We're the human in which the eternal soul resides. And so all of us are at um, different levels of our soul's eternal evolutionary process. And so I really want to hopefully offer you some comfort, Zach, in just saying that everything played out as it was meant to play out. There's nothing that you as a son could have done differently. There's nothing that you as a son that your mother does not love, accept, and forgive all anything that you feel. I think it was either in yesterday's. Did I go live? I didn't go live yesterday because we had the family function and we ended up getting home late and I was tired. I could have come live while I was up at night, so anxious, but um, maybe it was Thursday, and perhaps it's in the angel messages that'll be released on Monday. At some point in time in the last, 48 hours, I was sharing that, it's really important that we know that we are loved and accepted as we are. There's nothing that we could change. We have trespassed against others and others have trespassed against us. That's a given for sure. And we have to forgive ourselves for those things. So Zach, your mom loves you, and the fact that you even have these thoughts is so beautiful, Zach. Honestly, great big um, hugs to you, Zach. I know you're down the road there, maybe 20, 30 minutes away, but I'm sending you a great big hug and waves of love. I love when you're in the house with us, Zach. Yeah. And we have to give ourselves some grace too, right? Like forgive us our trespasses as we forgive others. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I mean, honestly, I was just told I was pretty well a dummy today, so it's nice. I don't believe I'm a dummy. I don't take it to heart, but it's just, this is where we are. We're unable to have, um, like here, we have beautiful conversations. We support one another. We fill each other's cup, and we're real and we're raw. And sometimes we cry with each other and all that good stuff. We have emotions. We feel it. We're here to deal with it, share it so that others may be inspired and heal as well. And, it's unfortunate that not everyone, and I guess that's back to the point, not everyone here is here to, fully awaken in this lifetime. Not everyone here will heal the pain that they were born with and then the subsequent trauma that was placed on top of that throughout the experience of the child in particular. Yet we are moving out of this survival mode. We are the revival of the thrive. We are gonna thrive. Oh, and look at the lioness there. Look at that. Strength, courage. We had those words already, didn't we? Power, strength. 19, the sun, the happiest card in the deck. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Here again, we've got change. You know what, guys? I'm sorry if I'm all like, I just kind of feel like I'm. So forgive me. I just feel like I'm kind of. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what I was supposed to show you. Ring of fire, heart's desire, flame of love lifts us higher. Dawn, was this the other? Was this the what we wrote the other time? I asked you, I said, I've got to write that down. I think it was on a live. Anyways, I'm like, what was that? Because someone said, oh, that's so good. And I'm like, but this is interesting. Yes. So it's right here. Ring of fire, heart's desire, flame of love lifts us higher. And then we've got the phoenix. Resurrection, surrender to change, number 29, which is an 11. We are the masters incarnate at and for this time. Each of us born to shine in our own unique and beautiful way. And we've got the dragon and the phoenix. Like, seriously, face whatever's there. Give yourself some grace. Forgive your trespasses so that you may forgive others. Well, you actually probably forgive others more easily than you forgive yourself. All of us do. We offer others grace very easily, right? Oh, don't worry. It's okay. They trample on us. They trample on us. They cross boundaries. They take advantage, whatever. We're like, oh, it's okay. No problem. And we have a little misstep or we feel guilt or shame about something we coulda, shoulda, woulda done, nothing can be changed that came before this moment. All we have is this moment and the ability to change ourselves in this moment so that we can go forward and not perpetuate pain, individually and collectively. So Dawn and Zach, you two beauties are going to get a card from me tonight. I'm going to pull a card just for you, and then I'm going to wrap this up because you've been engaging. I love when you, this is for all of us. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Is that Styx? Every time I see that card, that's the song that comes up. So I'm just going to pull you a heart and soul card, as long as you want me to. I mean, I generally, I usually ask permission. So Dawn, yay, thank you. Zach, let me know if I can pull a card for you, please. Just a heart and soul oracle or an animal card. Actually, you guys will get both. How about that? It's like, okay, they're saying to pull the animal card first. So for Dawn, actually, they want me to pull the heart and soul. So I'm going back to the heart and soul. Okay, so this one's for you, Dawn. And what I'm really feeling is there's a real I want to almost say ease in your life at this time. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm saying I want to say there's this real ease and feelings of peace. And I was feeling the lady of the mirror energy here, and then this came out. The hyena. The thing though about the hyena is very family oriented. The hyena is very protective. And so I feel like perhaps that's saying like your higher self, or perhaps the divine feminine, the divine mother and father within you, the balanced feminine and masculine, feel this really protective energy over the child within you. And I'm also, as I'm saying that, they're like, you're getting it, Lisa, because it's like your soul family, your ancestors, your guides, your angels are very protective over you and the peace and stability that you have created and that you continue to create for yourself and your life. Trusting your beautiful heart. You see the hearts over there. Trusting your beautiful heart as you really just live. Uh, it's just, Dawn, this is like so beautiful. It's just like, just live your life on life's terms. Like, and I keep hearing this kind of saying, I don't even really know what they're saying. It's like reflections of a beautiful life. And so perhaps in those moments when it may be feeling a little chaotic or we're feeling exhausted, we do what we do. We put fresh sheets on our bed, we clean ourselves up, and we do things that feel good for us. We show up for ourselves, and this empowers us. Those little things we do, changing the sheets, putting on a new comforter, washing the other comforter, whatever it is we do, these are empowering us. And so keep doing those things. And this is also speaking to me as I'm looking at the moon there in the sky. It's like the shadow, right? Coming into balance, the yin and the yang, coming into balance in your own life, and then really being the protector. And perhaps it's being the protector by creating boundaries, creating stability as you clear and release the restrictions. Let go of, the idea that perhaps you're just here to survive. No, you're here to thrive. Born, born to be alive. Yes, we're gonna thrive because we were born, born, born to be alive. You know what? I gotta get a pitch pipe. I really need a pitch pipe. So, Dawn, the message on the back of the card says this card signifies expansion and the accomplishment and success. I feel like I've got something hanging out of my nose. And the accomplishment and success that come as a result of doing what you love or something that has great meaning for you. You are creating something of lasting value that will be enjoyed by others for years to come. A strong sense of teamwork and fulfillment abound. I love that. So thank you, Dawn, for allowing me to bring that message to you. And thank you for bringing that message to me. I love it. And I love you. Thank you. Okay, Zach, Zachy, Zach, oh, Zach. Where's our brother, Zach? Are you still here, Zach? It was you they wanted me to, it was Zach. They wanted me to pull the animal card first. All right, here we go, Zach. So, aw. Zach, first I hear take the mask off because the first card I see is the raccoons. They're so cute and they're so playful and they're nocturnal, right? They come out at night and they go around and they're so smart. Raccoons are so smart, playful. Um, and I just, the message immediately that I heard when this card came out, I didn't even look at what the other card was. I just had seen the raccoon card. And it was like, take the masks off and also come out and play. Because the energy I'm getting, Zach, is almost like you feel so sad that you were not able, from your perspective, to make your mother's life better. First, that wasn't your role. And second, you did. So, although you didn't need to, you did. And so it feels like, again, it feels like, Zach, let yourself off the hook. Stop punishing yourself. Oh my gosh, stop it. We all do it. We all do it in different ways, various levels, consciously or unconsciously. So we can get through it too. We can clear it. It's a choice. So be more playful. That's the first message that's coming for you, Zach. Take the message off. Be more playful, because you have the ability to see things from the higher perspective of hawk. Hawk is one of my main totems. And, I've been seeing a lot of red-tailed hawks. Cooper's hawks are the ones I generally see. In recent days, I've seen a handful of red tails as well. And so when you see, and they're bringing it all together with your Mama Bear's in the house. When you see either a raccoon or a hawk, know that your mother is there with you, encouraging you, confirming this message. It's cool to take your mask off, Zach. You're pretty cool. You got a lot to offer the world. Wise and wonderful. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be here, honestly. So thank you for being here. And when you see the hawk, it's like a reminder to lift up, to see things from a higher perspective. Take the blinders off. They're asking for the top card here for you. That one too? No. Take the blinders off. Get the bigger picture. And, we had the owl as the first card out. So if you're a birdie like me, you love to bird watch. And I'm particularly fond of the birds of prey, although I love all birds. But these two are like, it's almost like a partnership, right? The hawk is the daytime prey in the area, while the owl rests in the same area. And then at night, the hawk rests and the owl is the stealthy one that comes out, like the raccoons come out at night, right? So there's something about balancing the yin and the yang here. And as you see things from the higher perspective, Zach, the deception falls away. And I feel like it's a false sense of self. And I don't feel like that, like sometimes the false sense of self is the overinflated self, like, oh yeah, I'm so good, I am man, ooh, or whatever, woman, hear me roar, whatever it is. This feels like the opposite energy of that, though. It feels like it's almost like it's self-diminishing or self-defeating behaviors or self-defeating thought patterns, self-defeating habits, that kind of stuff. You're making the shift, though. I mean, it's assured, right? We've got the Sun card and we have the Phoenix card that we had for all of us, right? We must surrender to the change. You are the vehicle of change. Each of us are. And, Zach, it's a day-to-day, right? It's day-to-day. Make sure you're putting yourself at the top of your priority list every day. Doing kind things for yourself, showing yourself love. Because love isn't an emotion, right? Love is an action. And so the way to, you deserve as much as you believe your mom deserved, you deserve as much. And so that's what I'm feeling. It's almost like how we were talking earlier about how the script has been flipped. The organizations and institutions that the people created for the people have turned against the people and now prey upon the people, right? But we're the ones here to flip it. We're here to flip this inversion through our own inner excursion of the landscape that we call life and our life. And so um, it really feels that this message is entirely saying that, Zach, what you wish for your mother, she wishes for you. So it really feels like it's almost a little bit, I feel a little um, tough love kind of energy coming in, saying, Zach, come on, it's time. If you finish the piss, get off the pot and move. It feels like forward movement, because what's happening as what I'm feeling is that as you're staying in this energy of feeling bad or feeling guilty or feeling like you didn't do enough, that it gets more and more heavy. And then these emotional waters, like the waves, are crashing within, right? The emotional waters, sacral chakra energy. And when we're not really addressing the emotions and the grief that may be stuck within our experience, then it can move up into that solar plexus. It does move into the solar plexus, which is the home of our ego. And we could be like, puffing ourselves up or diminishing ourselves and putting ourselves down and playing small, right? We're either an egomaniac. Oftentimes we can be egomaniacs with inferiority complexes, right? So heal the emotional waters. You are supported. You've got loved ones in spirit. You've got God. You've got the angels. You've got this community here. We love you. And, heal it. We must feel it in order to heal it. And again, we don't want to be so repressed. Remember, for the collective, what was one of the things that we were working through was restriction, the restriction within the experience, the idea that we're just here to survive. But we also were told we are the resurrection via the pathway of surrendering to change. So here's the message on the back of the card, Zach. Oh, and I'm feeling with this star here. So we got the sun. Well, we didn't get the sun. We got the number and the energy of the sun. And here I'm feeling the energy of the star as well as the hermit. So the star in the hermit's lantern is your personal healing star. You are supported to heal. You are safe in the embrace of love as you ride the emotional waters within. And a lot of times, sadly, instead of addressing the emotional waters, humans, we've adapted, right? And we find ways to cope. So whether it's alcohol, drugs, sex is a really bad one for that, for our emotions. Because although it may feel pleasurable in the moment, it's unfortunate or that those types of connections, when the both parties aren't healing or aware that there's a need for healing, these connections really end up triggering a lot of repressed emotions. And so it starts to bring them up, and then there's, energy, and then these toxic relationships are formed and narcissistic connections and all that kind of not good stuff. So it's really important that we show up for ourselves and do the inner work before we start projectile vomiting all over others, right? We don't want to do that, because we are responsible citizens, right? And we're spiritually responsible in the actions that we take on a daily basis, what we bring to the table, what we say, what we do, even our thoughts as well. It says here, Zach, the back of this card says, you are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from the situation, a simple solution becomes clear. And I like to spell solution, S-O-U-L, soul, you, shun. Um, and, I'd like to thank my team as well, because I feel like that was beautiful confirmation of everything that just sort of flowed through. So, Zach, thank you so much for showing up here Saturday night. Thanks, Dawn, for showing up. It looks like we have some others here too, but they're quiet. If anyone wants to give a thumbs up, give a thumbs up. It helps. And if there's anyone here, I'll give you about, the next minute or so. If you'd like me to pull a card, I would. Aw. Yeah, solution. We are the solution. Hey, Brad, welcome back. Give us this day our daily bread. Weren't we talking about, how we have trespassed on people, others have trespassed on us? And it's like, are we going to continue to allow the trespassing, whether it's from family, friends, organizations, governments, or whatever? No, we're going to forgive ourselves the ways in which we have trespassed against others and, perhaps trampled on another's dear heart. We're all in it. That's the one thing I say all the time. Yesterday, I was fortunate enough. So this is my weekend now, right? Well, I go back to work tomorrow. So today's my Sunday night. So I was able for the first time, because I had a Friday and Saturday off for the first time in years. And so I was able to attend a family event last night, and it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it was nice to connect with the fam again, right? And everybody there, there's young people, my nephews and their girlfriends, and my parents and my sister and brother-in-law and stuff. So we're all varying ages, right? We've got my parents there, we've got my sister and I and my brother-in-law. We're all kind of the same vintage, and then we have their children and my son, who are anywhere from 21 to 18. No, 24, sorry, 24 to 18. So, everyone's feeling it. Everyone's feeling something. And a lot of people have got a lot of stuff going on. If we could just be a little more gracious towards ourselves, perhaps we'd be a little more gracious toward the other as well. And perhaps we wouldn't get into, as has been, I'm sure many of you have experienced a similar experience to what I had today, where I was basically told I was dumb, or a question about my intelligence, and the last time I read a book. And, it just, like, there's a lot of this really divisive energy, and let us not be that energy, right? Let us just disengage and, send some love, forgive the trespassing of the other, and create the boundary around us via our energetics, what we put out, um, to not allow into our space that which is going to trespass upon us or not honor us, our heart. It's so important. So in order for that to happen, we have to show up. Brad, do you want me to pull you a card? We have to show up for ourselves, because we really do we show others through our own actions how to treat us, right? But look at the powerful, like, I can't believe it. We've got the owl. Okay, we've got the owl, the dragon, and the phoenix. I mean, seriously, the crew that comes here, that visits this channel, is incredibly powerful. Healers of the world, the ones here to flip the script, the ones here to resurrect. We had that card too, didn't we? We had that word on one of the cards, or is that me? See, I'm just, maybe it's just me. Um, oh, no, there on the Phoenix. We're here to resurrect the light of Christ. We are here to resurrect divine consciousness. We're here to heal through our wounds. We're here to heal in the shadow. And with the planetary aspects, and here, seriously, Brad, talking about how powerful we are, here we have the Divine Mother Isis. And we're in the year of the snake. I've never noticed that. Is that a stingray back there behind her? It's some sort of a fish. I've never noticed that in the card before. Interesting. And so I feel like this is a part of the message for all of us. And, for Brad, like, thank you for being the one that this card has come out. It's because it's like almost as if as we clear through the restriction, and those of you who have been tuning into these messages for a while, we've been getting the message that we're going through the eye of the needle. We are the thread going through the needle now. Some of us have come out on the other side, and we're beginning to weave this beautiful tapestry of sacredness of this life. For others, we're still going through it. And it feels like once we've made this transition, we're going to be able to see the detail in things that we never saw before because we were deceiving ourselves. We were feeling wounded by the trespasses of others. We were hiding things from ourselves, denying aspects of ourselves, those parts that we didn't deem were acceptable or lovable or too out there, a little too offside, right? So we kept it hidden. But it feels like these things are coming to life. And I'm also feeling, I got to take a drink. Back to Zach too. That's one thing I wanted to say, Zach, when that card came out that had like an image, it's not this card, but this is sitting on top for the visual, that had the imagery of the water. The message is make sure that you're getting yourself nice and hydrated as well, because we need to keep ourselves hydrated. I find when I'm not drinking enough water, I'm resisting something. There's something I don't want to let go of energetically and usually emotionally. So make sure you're getting the water. For all of us, Brett, I'm going to pull you another card after this as well, because I feel like this is a big collective message as well after everything that has been shared here this evening or tonight. Is that it's so important that because as we address our emotional wounds, as we allow ourselves to feel and release and heal our emotional body, sometimes we find there's more and more. And it is our emotional waters are fertile ground for new growth. And this is how the tree that is you and I in life, this is how we grow through our emotional waters. And water, if we have plants, if you love to garden and you have plants, we nurture our plants, we talk to our plants, we water our plants, right? We care for our plants. It's the same for us as humans. And so it just feels like this year, and we're in the year, it's a universal 9, and it's the year of the wood snake. And we see the 2 snakes here. We see the snakes on the caduceus, or the staff of Hermes as well. And so it also feels, and as we're the ones going through the eye of the needle, we were talking about it in previous videos, that sometimes, if you've ever had to thread a needle, like the thread will get frayed sometimes, and you got to lick it and you got to stick it back and try to get it through there. It's not as easy. It's not so easy, right? And so it does feel like there is some shedding going on for all of us at this time. The restriction, we're getting rid of the restriction as we reflect and become more non-judgmental of ourselves. The path begins to open up. The fire in our belly grows stronger because we're willing to change. We're willing to face those aspects, those parts of ourselves that we were denying. that we may have felt ashamed of, that had us living in like survival mode, right? But this is also the sun. The sun is going to shine again. We are the stars, the children of light here to shine, right? The sun, I mean, they're trying to hide it from us in the sky. But when it does shine, my gosh, it feels like we're in a microwave down here on Mother Earth. Has anyone else noticed that? Like it's been really cold. It's April 26th. Like you guys didn't know what date it was because I'm sure it's the same date. Maybe it's the 27th where you are if you're on the other side of the planet. Um, but yeah, it's like April 26th. I am in Canada. So yeah, I mean, we're just early spring. Still though, it has been so cold and windy, like windy, which makes it feel even more cold. But then the sun will come out, like just briefly behind the dense haze of like chemical clouds, engineered clouds that we get in the sky. I wish I had my phone here. I could show you some of recent days. But then the sun comes out, it'll come out, and all of a sudden it's like hot. It's almost like it's zapping us. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that. I say that to the, I say it to anyone who will listen, really, whether it's the people at work or my family, or like to make that connection because that's how the sun has changed and it feels very intense. I think I may take to wearing like a big floppy hat this year. Who knows? But the message on the back of this card says, tune into the subtle and divine force within me, and you shall sense the subtle and divine force within yourself and all living beings. Over the coming days, there is a heightened sense of spiritual connection with Isis, the goddess of motherhood, magic, and fertility. The divine feminine medicine woman, right? All of us. The divine feminine, Isis, the Magdalens, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin. You know, there's so many. It is an essence within all of us. And Isis is like, I feel like this is saying, and Brad, I'm being guided back to you. This is saying there is ancient wisdom within you, ancient gifts and wisdom and healing tools that you are here to bring into the now through this journey of the phoenix rising, going into the shadow, and clearing away any of the self-deception, the external deception. If we are deceiving ourselves, it's going to be hard for us to see the external deception that goes on. Yet when we're on this journey of self-responsibility and awareness and like cleaning our own side of the street, the spiritual, I would say devotional walk with our very own heart, it's so important that we address the shadow, because that's the way that we're going to have the biggest impact in this lifetime on the world, by healing ourselves. And then, and that's a part of our planetary mission. That's a part of the sacred contract that we're here for. So, okay, Brad, I'm going to now tune completely into you and pull another heart and soul oracle for you. One. And that one. 2. 3 want to come out. Oh, back to Zach. Zach, here. Zach again. But this now, Brad, this is coming out. And this is like, again, before I show the image of the card, the message that's coming in is like, they're going to make me sing again, and I really don't want to sing. I'm so tired. Dust in the wind. I'm not going to sing it. All we are is, I can't just say it and not sing it. You know the song, right? Dust in the wind. And so it really, this is like what we put out, and it's already been said here in this stream this evening. What we put out comes back, good, bad, or otherwise, right? Everything's a judgment and a perception and how we see it. You sing it. I wish you guys could come on here. Come, you sing it, Dawn. When I get a pitch pipe, someone wants to send me a pitch pipe, then I could just get the right thing. We could practice together. I love that. Mm. I wanted to be a music teacher when I was young because she always had the pitch pipe. Carry on, Kansas. Carry on my wayward. So, okay, bread. What we put out comes back. And a lot of us sensitives, all of you here, you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't sensitive, unless you just come here for the entertainment. Then I highly doubt that though. So we're all incredibly sensitive. And it's so important that we show up for ourselves, like has already been said here tonight, because a lot of the projection, and I'm going to go back to my notes. Some of you weren't here at the beginning. You may want to go back and listen. Really? Dust in the Wind? Oh, yeah. You may want to go back because I don't want to revisit everything that was shared at the beginning of this message tonight, the beginning of this live. One thing that is, I'm really being guided to bring this back out is what are they bringing me back here for? Oh, right. The oppositions. So we have quite a few oppositions going. Mars is opposite Pluto in the sky, and the sun is opposite Black Moon Lilith. These are creating a grand cross in the sky. And anyways, what they're asking me to highlight here again is that the oppositions have us and others projecting our shadow. And so as we are the responsible ones, we are the ones here that are hopefully continuing to awaken on a daily basis and addressing whatever is coming up for us on a daily basis to address, whether we have projected on someone or they've projected on us. Externally, there's a lot of projection, and it's like projectile vomit. That's being spewed all over us. And this is the energy that was coming with that card. And these hearts were your energy, Bread, our energy, the sun, the light, the reflections. We are able to see the collective shadow, right? And what else I was guided to write, those of you that were here, Dawn and Zach earlier, have probably heard this. Collective, there is a massive collective failure of institutions and organizations that were created by the people for the people have been now inverted and are used against the people. And the people now work for these governments and organizations, and those government and organizations that the people created no longer work for the people. What a messed up system, so inverted. We are the ones here to flip the script. You, all of you, whenever you see this, are the ones here to flip the script. 100%, no doubt about it. Called it, stamped it, double locked it. It's true. Yeah, and so these systems are no longer working for us. And so we are the ones here blowing seeds of our dreams on the wind. We are as quickly as negative can spread, so can the positive effects, and maybe not as quickly. We don't see it as quickly because there's a shakeup that comes with it, right? Because people have to face lies. People have to face fears, years of lies and fears. And not everybody is meant to face it in this lifetime. And so that's why it's so important for us to continue to suit up and show up for ourselves. listening to that inner voice, listening to those inner nudges, creating our sanctuary within, becoming the yin and the yang, the balance, the divine feminine and the masculine, and doing, I want to say, like blowing our wishes on the wind. And it's more than blowing our wishes, because there's practical steps and applications that it takes to manifesting wishes and dreams come true. And it feels like we're on the verge of that. As chaotic and the external is, and that people want to projectile vomit on you and get into tit for tat and name calling, like, there's really, personally, I have no interest in it at all. That's why, like, I can just stay in my own little space that I create, and regulate my nervous system and pick and choose where I want to place myself, because we're being asked to place high value on ourselves, like divine royalty. Dawn wanted to see one of my crowns the other day, so I was guided to bring it in here so I could show it. One of them. I made this one. I'm not going to wear it. I feel all lopsided, but that's one I made. And here at the third eye is shungite, rose, the rose quartz on either side of the shungite. And then, not shungite, sugilite. Sorry, sugilite. So that's one of them. One of them. I have a really nice one, big one. Yeah, I thought of you, Dawn. I saw it the other day hanging on something, my little tree in my room. I'm like, oh yeah, Dawn was asking to see a crown, wanted to see one. So there it is. So yeah. And finally, Brad, not only that, it's like the ability to see. We also, those of us who are actively doing our part, the inner work, facing the shadow, taking care of ourselves, we're showing up for ourselves in loving ways, radical self-care, and self-love and all that good stuff that we're doing, the healing that we're doing. It's so important. That work that we do on ourselves is so important, and our ability to hold space and to not be so impacted by the external, because we are the receiver and transmitter, and we are, honestly, the seeds here of powerful change. And dreams are manifesting, dreams are coming true. It may not just, we are being called to keep doing what you're being called to do on a daily basis. And this feels like the Zen garden, the balance of the yin and the yang, the presence. It feels like the active presence in the moment, and seeing the beauty, like in the simple things, in the things that you never saw before, but you were looking at that same thing, like that card. I think I put her back, the Isis card. That card, I've had this deck for years, and I literally never saw that fish in the bottom, the stingray. I never noticed it today. So it's like seeing with new eyes, seeing things, details that we never picked up before. And it's not like we're out there going, hey, over here, because those of you who are here have really, you have a mission, and your mission is of spiritual service, to others. And whatever that means or looks like for you, it could be counseling, it could be YouTube, it could be reading, it could be healing, it could be whatever. And as such, our primary focus is to continue to focus on our well-being, our nervous system, and honoring and trusting our intuition and how we're being guided to care for ourselves, and that the dream unfolds as we do that. The ideas come, the pathways open up, the restrictions fall away. because we are wise and wonderful and we are surrendering to the change as we resurrect in this life to our glorious light with strength and courage because we're incredibly, incredibly freaking powerful. But the government won't tell you that. The teachers at school won't tell you that. Your boss probably won't tell you that, right? No one's going to tell you that. We got to tell ourselves that. I'm telling you that. The message on the back of this card is you are protected by a higher power. Again, thank you to my higher self, whatever has me saying the things I say. I'm grateful for the confirmation. You are protected by a higher power that also wants to help. If the path seems blocked, there is a good cause. Take this as divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. There's a reason. So this card came out last, but they wanted me to read this card last. And there's a reason why. Check it out, everyone. A beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it's ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. I think that's all, folks. Honestly, no joke. No jokes. This is serious stuff. Zach, Dawn, Brad, thank you so much for being here. Incredibly powerful beings. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your beautiful, powerful energy and receive messages from you. This is great. I hope, this is really great. This is really great. I'm glad I got here tonight, even though I came late and I wasn't really feeling like it because, again, go back to the beginning. I didn't sleep last night and all that good stuff. So I feel like this is where we call it a day, everyone. It feels this has been a lively session. I feel inspired and empowered by the connection with all of you today. And I feel like the messages were really on point. And that this is we have every reason to be incredibly hopeful and optimistic. Don't let the external BS bring you down. There's a song in there. I'm not going to sing it though. Yeah. Little Lisa encourages all of you to come out and play and sing and dance and experience joy your way each and every day. Oh, thank you. I was just looking at this. Do we look the same? I don't know. Probably about as much hair on my head now as I had then. I was a late bloomer for hair. Anyways, everyone, you are so welcome, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You know what? I said it. I said it to my family last night again. Like this is my biggest joy. Sitting and being home on a Saturday night for the first time in a couple of years and watching, a hockey game with my son. It's the simple things, right? This though is you are so welcome, Brad. This is the big thing. This is my dream. Little Lisa, I know. Little lisalyle. There she is, 1973. On Lumsden Avenue in Toronto, Maine and Lumsden Avenue. Like Woodbine and Woodbine and Mortimer area. Yeah, 1973. Hmm. All right, everyone. So I may do a live tomorrow morning. I may do a live tomorrow morning. We'll see. Otherwise, if I don't do a live tomorrow morning, I have pre-recorded some videos today, and the first one. Oh, hey, hey, Electronica Mom. I've seen you say that, mention that. Yeah, maybe I should, maybe we'll close out with the singing bowl here this evening. Like I was saying earlier, I was up last night at 2:30. Well, this morning, I guess 2:30 in the morning, walking around the apartment playing the singing bowl, trying to clear that energy in the air. It was really wonky and quite unsettling. So, yeah, let's do a little bit of singing bowl then. Or maybe, you know what? Let's come back tomorrow morning. Well, we'll do it now because I've said it. Yeah, maybe I'll just take tomorrow off. And then Monday, there will be messages from your angels. It's an interactive message pre recorded. So, check those out. They were quite lovely. Haven't used this one in a while. All right. So, just, it's a new one. Well, it's not a new one. I don't think I've used this one here in quite some time. Oh, it looks like there's a heart in the bottom of it. I want to show you the inside of it. It's a little dusty. This place where we're living is so dusty. Okay, so nice deep breathing. And I feel like this one tonight is really wanting to merge solar plexus and heart chakra, aligning the solar plexus and the heart chakra. So some nice deep breaths. That was nice. So, Electronica Mom, thanks for coming in and mentioning the singing bowls. Archangel Jophiel, the Archangel of Joy, who connects with our solar plexus, that beautiful golden color. It makes complete sense because the first singing bowl out. So take this as your confirmation, and ask Jophiel for confirmation as well. I'm sure. Um, I always say he. I'm not sure. I feel he with Jophiel. So I really feel that if you ask for confirmation, you will receive. And perhaps this is confirmation, the only confirmation that you will need. All right, everyone. My bed is calling me. Fresh sheets, new comforter. Oh, I may have a cup of tea before. So thank you, Dawn, Zach, Electronica Mom, and Bread, so much for engaging here on the live chat tonight. I really, really appreciate you and want you to know that your presence here is a gift for which I am eternally grateful. I will be back here. Like I said, Monday, there will be a premiere video. If not, there will be on Monday. Stay tuned. I'm not sure if I will come live tomorrow. I feel like I'm taking the day off. That's right now. It could change tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you here Tuesday morning live at 10:10 a.m. I see you all. I feel you so much, and I love you as you are. You are so worthy and deserving of all the beautiful dreams of your heart. Until next time, everyone, take good care. And if you're still here, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to work one-on-one or support me in any way, shape, or form, all the information is in the description box below. The angel messages were phenomenal. They came through today, and they were great. Very interesting, they were. Until next time, everyone, have a great night. I love you, and I thank you so much for showing up. Take good care.